All right, we are live. If you are in the chat, let me know if you can hear me fine. And we will get the ball rolling momentarily. Hi, Hunter. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Let me just rearrange a few things on my desk here. So I don't drop a bottle of water on my keyboard. It's good? Okay, perfect. Hi, Rebecca. All right. Let's get the ball rolling. And whoever joins will join whenever they join. So Team West, headlined at the top here by White Court, in red, playing as the Byzantines. Degao as his pocket, playing as the Magyars in yellow. The other pocket in purple, freaking Chris as the Koreans. And freaking Andy with the two Gurjara bushes in orange. Spawning opposite of him, we have Ganji as the Aztecs. In his pocket, FedEx in green as the Bohemians. Teal Wisepie. Okay, I think first time we've seen Wisepie play Rage Forest as the Tatars in teal. And last but not least, Repaired. I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy's name. As the Vietnamese in gray. So let's take a look. We've got the Vietnamese spawning opposite the Byzantines. So chunky elephants and anti-archer archers against basically whatever the hell the Byzantines want to throw at him. Then we've got the Aztecs spawning opposite the Gurjaras. That might be difficult for the Aztecs unless they start bringing out some siege. Because if they go pure infantry play, Chakrams are going to absolutely wreck them. And then this map is a fairly basic map. 2 entry points on either side. A couple of diagonal corridors here between orange and blue. And then 1 alley between red and gray. And then this east-west corridor along the center of the map, let's call it. By the way, look at look at Wisepie's base. Look at this. He can expand backwards all the livelong days. This is about as easily defended as Thermopylae. Look at this. What a beautiful little base, but not a lot of room for him. He might have to clog up the trade route if he wants to expand. On the other hand, his flank, our Vietnamese, a lot more room to expand into. So for now, if you're here, say hello. Let us know if you can hear everything properly. For now, freaking Andy being pushed back by 4 of these Aztec villagers. Aztec villagers down a huge amount of supply HP. And White Court doesn't want to take any kind of risk, walling himself off with a double wall off. Okay, so I wonder if we'll see just a quick castle for all 8 players. Although it does look like blue and orange are going to be contesting. Ganji is not a bear you want to poke. But if anyone's going to poke, freaking Andy has a pretty good job. Pretty good chance of poking successfully 2 amazing players. And again, Aztecs Gurjaras are going to be very fun to watch. First boar pull for White Court, although not 3 boars. Let's see where the nearest boars for him are. Looks like one of the Ibex was lamed early on. Did somebody manage to sneak a villager behind enemy lines here? No, that's a scout, and that's on their team. Oh, yeah, look at that. Something told me that the Ibex lame was not actually intentional here. So Repard, sneaky Vietnamese trying to sneak into the back of the base, but eventually does get caught out, found out, and killed. Hi, Daniel. How's it going tonight? I think Carolina is in the same time zone as us, right? 8 p.m. Let's see, there's a bit of a gap here between this house. Oh, no, there's a snow pine. Yellow pinging over here as well. He is being pushed into, man, Ripard being incredibly aggressive with the villager sneak now with an attempt to bust into Degau's wall off. Degau's villager already en route though. Big hammer in his hand. He's going to repair this. Okay, and after all the shenanigans between freaking Andy and Ganji, they do agree to split the map right down the middle-ish. Middle-ish. Although look still how close it is to our Gujarat town center. 3 villagers doing their best to try to bust their way in here while this one villager Dogau's. I don't think we've seen Degau in a lot of Rage Forest matches, right? How many lakes for the teams? 1, 2, 3, 4 lakes. All of them kind of narrow and thin. What an ugly, ugly lake spawn. This is not conducive to a huge number of fishing ships at all. Although I guess they can build on the ice, right? Or am I imagining things, making things up? I think they can attack the villagers, by the way, through this corner. Okay, they pivot south. Hi, Mustafa. No Jerry yet. He has not played Rage Forest for ever since the new patch came out. Or maybe one, but I don't know if I downloaded it. I don't think he's played. Believe me, I'm checking every day. Sorry, guys, I'm adjusting my chair in case you hear the creak of some mechanics happening in the background here. My back has been just annoying the hell out of me. Man, getting old is not fun. I do not recommend it for anybody. The more I get older, the more I go on Twitter and people talk about how they pull their shoulder, scratching their back. It is scary, scary stuff. Okay, no Beastmaster award here for our yellow player. That being said, Ganji, our Aztec, not only pulling 3 boars, but dodging a Jaguar as well. Oh no, the Jaguar's attacking. Okay, second villager moving forward. She's gonna use this big hammer to bash this Jaguar's brains out. No! Ganji temporarily losing control of the boars, but in comes the second relief villager. Oh, you think so? No. Jerry doesn't get nervous. Jerry is has nerves of steel. Oh, one more. Okay, beautiful house. Oh, by the skin of its teeth, this one little part of the wall. Okay, and all the aggression out of our gray Vietnamese is now going to stop. There's no way he's going to bust into this wall. I mean, he might if he just leaves these villagers here, but he'd be pretty inefficient to do that. At the same time, a nice Byzantine tower, already 20 HP more than usual, is trying to get into this part of the wall off. Oh, if Gray only noticed this. Oh, okay, Red walling himself in behind enemy lines, or I guess kind of stuck. Will he delete one of the walls, or will he just try to move forward here? Red pinging over here saying, hey, I'm about to bust into the Vietnamese settlement. Why don't a few of you join me here? Ganji pulling the first 3 boars. Doesn't look like anyone else has pulled boars. Chris is pulling ibex. Orange, where even are his boars? Doesn't look like there's actually a lot of huntables on this map, to be honest. I mean, there's 3 in here, but they are behind a bit of a forest. Market blacksmith for Wise Pie. He is already heading up to castle. Who will be first to castle, by the way? It looks like purple. Our Korean off the back of 5 fishing ships. And yeah, how's everyone doing? I see 11 people watching, but I think that includes me because I'm following on the chat here. So there's 10 people watching, Say hello. Make yourselves known. We're a friendly bunch. We are definitely not Byzantine villagers trying to bust into your settlement. Okay, green sending a reinforcing villager. He will be in castle in literally right now as I finish that sentence. No, Mustafa, I have to have my cell phone out so I can reach it. What you see on your screen, the capture age, is the only thing that I see. So I need my phone to be able to see the chat. So right now I'm sitting with my back pillow, watching the screen, speaking into my microphone, and right next to me, leaning against the monitor of the computer, is the phone. My phone. So that I can follow the chat. And I can even type in the chat right now, but no, it's not. I wish it was all on one screen. I think that's how Twitch works. But YouTube is a little bit differently. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of energy expended into busting into an enemy's base. And look, I get it. You might want to surround your opponent. You might want to build some kind of, you know, sneak a stable into here. But let me ask you, you guys have been with me for the last month while I've live streamed literally every day. Daniel, Rebecca, Mustafa, Hunter, you've been here for a while as well. Have we ever seen it work? Have we ever seen in Rage Forest at a high elo level where a player has snuck any kind of army or structures into their opponent's side of the map and it actually ends up working? We saw some that came very, very close. We saw Tato pull shenanigans with his town center, but not once has a game ever been decided by that kind of maneuver. So, Mustafa, I'm 100% with you. I think these players should just put their heads down, get their butts up to castle, and then just start fighting. And then try maybe, you know, do something like sneak their way in through the middle forest. And then you have shenanigans, but in the very early stages, there's a lot of time wasted. Oh, Atlas and your mom and Brian, of course, I'm not forgetting them. I'm just mentioning the people who are here. But yeah, if Atlas, if your mom, if Brian, if you guys are watching this, Slick Rick, after the fact, if you are actually, yeah, if you hear this part of the video, has it ever actually worked? Or has it all just been one giant waste of effort? Yeah, and sometimes it's not even 6 villagers. A few days ago, we saw it was like 11 villagers. It was like half of their villager supply. Maybe I'm being a little bit too much of a crotchety old man, but I don't know. I get you don't want your opponent to wall off right next to you, but look at all the energy that freaking Andy put into walling this off. And now look at what he's doing. Ultimately, the wall off is 15 tiles away from his town center. Meanwhile, instead, he could have used all these villagers, gotten his butt up to castle a lot quicker, gotten his own siege workshop up. Yellow pinging over here. Tatars are kind of dangerous right now, poking and prodding away at these palisades. The danger is because of these step lancers with their +1 range. So even if that mangonel wasn't here, if White Court tried to repair this, the Tatars could actually reach him beyond the wall. Oh yeah, Hunter, believe me, I hope it works. I really want to watch. I love every strategy in this game. You know, some people really hate laming resources. Some people hate a million different strategies. I'm all for it. War is war, and all is fair in love and war. If you can lame your opponent's deer, if you can do whatever you need to do to win, I'm all for it. If you're going to get to the high elo levels like the Viper and Hera and Mr. Yo, you better know how to defend yourself against all kinds of aggression. So believe me, I hope it works because it's super fun, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, Daniel, Rubenstock is just a completely different animal altogether, though. Rubenstock is a cheeky player. Hi, Brian. Brian, we were just asking, you know, we were just discussing Rage Forest and Black Forest. Have we ever seen, you've been with us from the very beginning, since the last month or so of live streaming. Have we ever seen a scenario where somebody sneaks a villager into the back of their enemy's base and it actually wins the game for them. I don't think it's ever happened. We're talking about why players waste so much energy. I look at freaking Andy, by the way. Oh my god. What is this? He is not ready to fight at all. Or maybe he's waiting for the Koreans to get up an army. For now, our Korean going pure. Civilian population. Is freaking Andy at least banking resources to go up to Imperial? No, he's not. So I am struggling to explain what the hell the point of all of this is. Delay tactic, delay tactic. But yeah, I mean, again, I agree, Daniel. Hunter. I really hope we get to see a game where it does work, because I think it is exciting. You know, ooh, you sneak in a villager, you hide it here in the corner, and right as the battle is at its hottest moment, all of a sudden, you know, 25 late shy pop out and start wrecking, or 25 Magyar cav archers pop out, or Mamelukes, or imagine even Persian war elephants like we saw 2 days ago with those what the hell were they? What the hell were they? Those elephants that snuck into the trade route. It is a massive nuisance for both players, by the way. Okay. So we have a counter castle from the Korean. Chris, I thought, was going to move in here to defend his teammate. By the way, I don't like the placement of this castle at all. Any Treb here will be outside the range of any Treb that he can produce. Oh, Daniel, yeah, one-on-one is a different beast. I casted a game where the Goths snuck in. When was it? About 2 weeks ago, where the Goths snuck in a barracks into the back of the Spanish base and absolutely wrecked the Spanish player, producing Huskarls and whatnot. Jerry did survive. Jerry, I'm telling you, what started off as a cute little thing for us, Jerry's actually become a pretty damn good player. He's learned how to put on a lot of aggression. He needs to work a little bit, I think, on his follow-up economically, because last few games when he's put on so much aggression, if his teammate doesn't come and help him out, his economy kind of lags. But that's just a matter of, you know, experience, and more games you play, you learn shit like that. We have petards out for our Vietnamese. In the meantime, our Byzantine is making himself at home here with a barracks, a monastery, and a Treb, but nothing to defend the Treb. Luckily for him, nothing to attack the Treb either. And look at Team East. Not a single player is hitting him, as not a single player is an Imperial yet. Although 3 of them will be hitting roughly, not 3 of them, 2 of them at the same time, with Teal far behind. Who isn't going up to Imperial, by the way? Ripard. Oh no. Our Vietnamese is in trouble. He's expanding backwards. Never, ever a good thing. Orange pinging up here. Wants to get some trade going, probably. Wisepie, our Tatar, needs to get his butt over here and start wrecking things and causing trouble. Yeah, exactly. Wasted his castle. Jerry's are us. Okay. Rattan archers are out. But at the end of the day, like you're saying, and this is why I don't like castles placed so close to structures. And even the Gurjara castle, this one. How do you defend this against Trebs? Like, if he puts Trebs here, in this part of the map, how do you defend against that? In any event, we've got some Magyar Cavaliers in 2.5 minutes. These will be Paladins. And now Ripard's castle is done, and no more Rattan archers for him. Purple pinging over here saying, hey, LOL, good job, buddy. I'm on my way with what looks like a train of villagers. A few halberdiers as well. I'm surprised that our Korean is pivoting north. Oh, yellow, look at him pinging. He wants a path cut through the forest. I'm surprised purple is, our Korean is moving north. Maybe he thinks with a few siege onagers, or rather onagers, he'll be able to hold the line over here. But freaking Andy is being abandoned. He has no army. He's got 2 chakrams and a camel, but in 4 seconds will be an Imperial. Sour. He's going to get into this already weak fishing area. Snow Leopard adds insult to injury. Oh no, now this base is being he suspects that there might be something here, and he is absolutely right. He's gonna see this wall off and he's gonna know that they've got to bust their way in here. Oh man, our Byzantine making himself very much at home. Ripard, with what looked like such a good opening game defending this one area, has collapsed entirely. What does our Tatar have? Silk armor. Okay, so extra armor on some of these units. 10 step lancers, also plate barding armor, so he's going pure cavalry. Oh man, look at all these Aztec monks. How many? 15 Aztec monks. Let's take a look at their HP. 70 HP. Yeah, Hunter, it does look like it's going to be fast, at least in the north. I don't think Yellow's gonna even have time to cut his way through here, although there is now an onager out for our Korean. Elite step lancers, 4 melee armor. Oh man, they are unfortunately way outnumbered, and they are not built to handle heavy cavalry. Deletes his own barracks so he can sneak in, but sneak in with what? 4 badly damaged step lancers. Yikes. I mean, Ganji needs to get some work done here. Ganji and FedEx. If they can get some work done here, we'll have our classic, you know, one side pushing in one way, one side pushing in the other way. And to be honest, freaking Andy is in not much better of a position than Ripard. He's got a Treb out. The Treb is wasting its time doing what? Attacking a gate? Okay. His other army is 9 chakrams. But against the Aztecs, which is basically say, okay, you have chakrams? You know what that means? It means I have chakrams as well. Gray dislodged entirely from his base. Our Tatar trying to hold the line. Looks like 2 siege workshops. Okay, Hafnitsas might be game-changing here. If they can hold this line, if they don't succumb and lose their gate, the Hafnitsas will be able to crush it. But no, look at the Halbs keeping the gate open. How are the upgrades? Fully upgraded Magyar Paladins taking on kind of upgraded. Oh, worst time to spawn those Trebs. Oh man, again, Step Lancer's not really designed to take on heavy cavalry, but look at this. The Wolalos are going down, buildings are being converted. I'm assuming if he's using all of them, he's already researched theocracy. Look at freaking Andy's houses. They are just basically, this is like in politics when you redistrict an area. You know, it used to belong to the Gurjara political party. Now it belongs very much to the Aztec political party. Oh, did I see a Shrivamsha? Oh, I saw a bunch of Shrivamshas. Oh no, the monks are in trouble now. But manages to get a few converts, 2 of them. At the same time, our paladins are dead. That being said, there's 61 of them as a follow-up. Our Vietnamese contributing what little he can in the form of 4 spearmen. The last one left in Castle Age is he. And look at these Aztec Shrivamshas, 6 of them. Man, Aztecs really just so annoying to deal with when they get their monks up and running. How much HP? 75 now. Yep, song going up for our Korean, so he's gonna have an extra 2 range on his towers. Hi, your mom. We were just mentioning your name, what, about 10 minutes ago? We were wondering if any of us have witnessed, since we started watching these games live together, if we've witnessed any games where a player manages to sneak in units or villagers to the back of their opponent's side and actually win the game using those villagers and the structures they built. And we're talking about the futility of fighting over choke points and areas as opposed to just putting your head down and getting your economy up and running. Oh man, Haufnitz is, by the way, incredibly exposed. 6 of them here. What an absolute disaster here for Team East. Although, if anyone can turn it around, it's 28 Aztec monks. And that is exactly what they're doing. Shravamshas can dodge projectiles. What they can't dodge is spells. And look at this. Our Vietnamese player, 26 pikemen, contributed to the war effort. Our Tatars held the line. No trade for any of them. But they're starting to reclaim. They're starting to reclaim the land with trebuchets, with Haufnitzes. 8 Haufnitzes are going to absolutely wreck this Korean infrastructure. Has Team East held on? Paladins against halbs in a choke point. Not exactly something you want, especially not Bohemian halberdiers. Remember, they have 25% more bonus damage, so cavalry goes from plus 32 to plus 40. Oh, man. Was it on Black Forest, your mom? And see, that's exactly what I'm saying. It does happen. I just don't think we've actually seen it. In one of the games that I've cast that we've been watching together. And look at this. A tentative castle. Oh, they've got to get this siege onager. They've got to get that siege onager who's busy for some reason attacking a farm. Okay. Could easily turn around and attack around these pike to death. But instead choosing to go after the farmland. Scorched earth, baby. If I can't have that farm, you definitely won't be able to have that farm, says this one Korean siege onager. Now our Magyar is in trouble. Remember, their light cav hussars are cheaper, 15% cheaper. But when you're starting to spam those instead of paladins, your resources are starting to dwindle. 31 Aztec monks. But the Aztec castle is falling. Freaking Andy is making a stand. The problem for him again. 8 Haufnitzes on that side, 7 on this one, but 3 of them look like they're about to die. Paladins trying to reach them, but through a forest of halberds. That ain't happening. What's being attacked here? What am I missing? Oh, the snow leopard. Oh, the gray villager and the gray snow leopard kind of mix in together. Look at Red pinging. He wants a avenue cut through the forest. The Tar Treb, do they have Timurid? Yes, they do. And siege engineers. Look at that range. 19 range. What the hell are you supposed to do against 19 range? I guess this. One of them Trebs does go down. Oh, look at Ganji also here helping out. Wololoing his opponent's enemy army to death. Those monks are so annoying. And he's got 36 of them going up to 40. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them here. Look at the triangles on Shravamshas. They're lucky they move it at 1.76, I'm assuming. Yes. Absolutely lucky. And somehow, look at our Vietnamese expanding into every little pocket he can. Yellow pinging here. Our Vietnamese going up to 50 pike. Garland wars for our Aztec as well. How much infantry does he have? 30 pike. 5 converted halbs, but those halbs are not going to benefit from Garland wars, I don't think. Oh, Hunter, absolutely they can. Look at this. Not only has he been converting half of freaking Andy's structures, but any heavy cavalry that tries to get in here. Look at these. I'm assuming there's 39 cataphracts. Once Ganji looks here and pivots and looks, we're gonna see the monks. Look at the blue triangles. How many of these 39 do you think he's gonna get with his monks? Although, look at that. Look at that. Down to 29, 21, 19, 18, 17. He's not converting. I guess heresy was researched. But yes, absolutely, monks can be a game changer, especially in choke points maps like Black Forest or Amazon Tunnel or even Michi. He's desperately trying to reach these Hafnitzas instead of fighting the halberdiers. Bohemian halberdiers versus fully upgraded cataphracts is definitely a sight to behold. Although, are they fully upgraded? They're not. Yeah, they are. 18 infantry, 0.5 trample damage. I guess we were wrong. I also thought this was going to be a very quick game, but for now, Team East pushed back to the brink. But look at this. Just streams and streams of Vietnamese pike. Nothing particularly special about them. Oh no, Shravamshas, no, what the hell are you doing? No, why are you charging into halberdiers? They've got the bloodlust. Why is he even building elephant archers? Chakrams will wreck this army in seconds, especially if it clumps. Just dodge the Hafnitsa balls. And by the way, Ganji, down to 15 monks. Oh, here we go. Trample damage versus extra bonus damage. Oh my god, those Bohemian halberdiers just absolutely stormed over those cataphracts. And now the elephants are exposed. Not that many of them, only 10. Let's pivot back north and see what the hell's going on here. Elite Step Lancers, please tell me they're finally fully upgraded. Yes, they are. Timorid Siegecraft, man, look how far the Trebs are from that castle. The problem is they're so far that the army is also out of position. There's a whole bunch of Magyar paladins heading over, but he sees it. He intercepts. So many Wololos going down. Red and purple pinging over here. I wonder why. Our Bohemian has 96 halberdiers queued in the production tab. An absolutely bonkers recovery. I mean, the game isn't over yet. It seems like it's a bit of a stalemate here to the north while they demolish a bunch of structures, and definitely a stalemate here to the south. Although it does look like freaking Andy is starting to get the upper hand here with all these elephant archers. Frontier guards as well. Leather archer armor. So he's just making them as powerful as possible. We'll see. Oh, looks like there was an attempt here to bust through the forest. But here's the thing. One team has a lot of trade, it looks like. The other team also, but not that, rather fewer carts. 77 payload to 108. Our Tatar continuing down the road of elite step lancers. I don't mind this at all, but in come the Magyar Cav Archer. Doesn't look like recurve bow just yet. There it is. Shatrias as well, finally for freaking Andy. So take a look at the melee armor with frontier guards. Jumps up to +6. And now these guys are going to cost 25% less food. This might be problematic here. Now our Aztec is down to nothing. 4 pikemen, some onagers, and some monks. What are you? Paper money for our Vietnamese. Okay, he's got 122 villagers, 44 on wood. I would maybe raise that if you're getting paper money. Quad man. Recurve bow makes these guys just so freaking dangerous. But they have to be micro. They have to be babysat quite well. Otherwise, this happens. Oh, man. If the halbs just close the distance for a split second, this entire Magyar force is dead. But look at this giant pile of infrastructure that's about to fall. Do they have any bonus against buildings? No, I didn't think so. Yellow pinging over here. telling his teammate, hey bro, you've got some defending to do, because they are pushing in through the north. And here we go, guys. Here we go. Our Korean is carving a path. This might be game changing. This might mean nothing at all. He's busting into the Vietnamese infrastructure that's not currently producing anything. But take a look at how close the trade route is. Our Vietnamese needs to start deleting these. Oh my god, okay. I don't know about these ones. I don't know why he deleted these. But definitely the 3 over here next to the trade routes. And what's streaming through here? Okay, so not a lot at first. Oh no, he's sour. He killed his own onager. Orange pinging up here. Oh, you've got to be careful. These halberdiers just need to stand right here and park their butts right here while these onagers demolish everything and the Hofnitzas try to destroy these elephants. In the meantime, the last thing you want is Magyars in the trade route. Oh my goodness, brilliant move here out of Gray. Oh, but look at okay, never mind. I thought Green was gonna block him for a second. Our Bohemian with a bombard tower. Purple will be able to shell away at this. More and more units moving forward. What are you building? Just regular keeps. Halb on Halb violence. Our Korean here is very much outnumbered, even with the Paladin support. Look at the scores, guys. They're less than 1,000 points apart. Literally a 5% difference. And by the way, all the wall-offs in the world mean jack if there's a Korean siege onager here. And let's keep an eye out on these cav archers. 68 kills is about to become 368. Oh, this is gonna be brutal. Yeah, get the high ground. Juicy high ground. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. This is going to be absolutely terrible. Oh man. Oh, what an absolute pressure point that De Gao has found. I mean, he peeled off a few to the south here, probably to draw out some halberdiers. And now these units are going to eventually die, but wow. Beautiful play. Let's see what else is going on the map. I see a bunch of structures under attack. Just this one siege workshop. 6,000 HP, 31 elephant archers. But now Gray has reclaimed, with the help of his Tatar ally, his ancestral home, and is now trying to push in. His pike are now halberdiers. Hi, Tazy. It definitely does seem game ending, but the problem is, for Team West, you've now left open a corridor of attack where the other team can push into your base. I don't see any gates here, do you? I don't see any wall-offs. I see an attempt at a palisade gate, of all things. But man, that was absolutely devastating. Brilliant move here out of Yellow. And good support from his teammate, the Korean in purple, to cut down that forest. 6,400 HP of elite cataphracts with trample damage are about to take on Tatar Steppe Lancers. Let's frickin' go! Oh, what a beautiful sight. Cataphracts just so good, especially against halberdiers with that trample damage plus 18 attack. But what they're not good at is taking a bunch of onager shot to the face. Okay, both players having to dodge onager fire. And somehow our Bohemian has pushed back this massive amount of elephants. How many Hofnitzas? 11 Hofnitzas here now. Okay, so Team West is consoling themselves a little bit here with just destroying some infrastructure for now. There are some, or an Aztec monk here and an Aztec siege onager, 2 of them, just patrolling the frontier. Step Lancers destroying the infrastructure here. Oh, it looks like the gal left a few villagers behind enemy lines. Purple pinging over here. I wonder what he wants. But in the meantime, all the resources in Ripard's base have been taken. And in come Magyar Paladins, Cataphracts from our Byzantine. Step Lancers are not going to last very long against this kind of combo. Although this well-placed Siege Workshop is definitely helping them out. Remember, they can attack from one behind the other. Look at that. That one range of theirs is just such a cool feature. But there's a Paladin now in the trade route. How many kills on him? 6 already. Stalemate to the south. Bloodbath to the north. Red and purple both pinging over here. Honestly, who among us would be good at taking onager shots to the face? Can you imagine you're in the middle, you're fully decked out in your gorgeous armor. You've been battling halberdiers all the livelong day, men on the ground trying to get you off your horse, trying to kill you. And then you look up and there's just this massive amount of rocks aimed directly at your head. Oh, look at that. That siege onager is doing so much damage to these units. Although getting sniped finally by these Step Lancers. Look at the deke attempt here by this contingent on the left. What is happening in the center? Cataphracts catching out. Fneet says, uh-oh. Rutro. But onager fire from our Aztec enough to stop this. Let's see his attack rounds now. Oh, that's so sour. He killed he killed his own teammates. Oh man, Hafnitzes though in the front here as well. How many? 14 for our Bohemian. Frickin' Andy needs to move forward. I mean, look at this. He's got, okay, maybe not 5,000 HP. Oh, I didn't realize his elephants were so damaged. Oh, Aztec Siege. Remember I told you guys in the beginning of the game, Aztec Siege is the way to go. These Step Lancers must be the most produced unit in the game, I suspect. He has just been making them non-stop from the very, very beginning. It does look like Team West's score is starting to get a little bit better. This difference is starting to get more noticeable. Why is purple pinging over here? What does he want? The Byzantine to wait for the Magyar? Oh, look at that one Aztec pikeman with his plus garland attack. How's the HP on the elephants now? 6,000. So they are regenerating, or rather, what am I talking about? Not regenerating. There's 6 monks behind them, healing them up. By the way, what is this stuff from yellow here? Oh my god, he managed to sneak in even more into the back of the base. This is where you might want to get some rattan archers with their 10 pierce armor. Those Magyar HCAs are just so annoying to deal with. I'm wondering why, first of all, look at Ganji's transition from 35 monks to 16 siege onagers. Do you see any actual army here? Except for 4 halberdiers and a few more streaming in? I wonder why they're playing this game where they're engaging into these existing choke points when they can literally just cut a path through the forest and make their own choke points of their own choosing and engage on their own terms. Oh, these Korean siege onagers not exactly getting great value. Missing again. Finally just managed to get 1 kill, but 1 kill for a Korean siege onager before he dies is not exactly, oh, the greatest in the world, but we've got flaming camels. Hussite reforms as well just now? Interesting. So he's going to pivot into monks. If you don't know what that does, basically it just replaces all the gold cost of all monk, anything monk related with food. So it basically just turns the monks into trash units Okay. Why are you attacking the wall when there's a siege onager here? Army supply. Take a look at the top of your screen. Team West, 100 army supply ahead. Down 70 villager fishing ship trade population, but up 100. Now 130 army supply. Oh, this might be getting out of control at the moment. Although with Hussite reforms, does he have any monks at all? No, he does not. Getting heresy as well. Doesn't want to lose any of his units. Okay, streaming in an individual halberdier, not exactly the best play. Freaking Andy, I think, is being a little bit too timid with these elephants. You've got 7,500 HP. Let's assume the Haufnitzes, which he's not microing beyond all of them attacking into one attack round. Get off, see? Get one shot off. You lose 6 elephants. You lose 6 more, but then you'll close the distance. I don't know. Oh god, Magyar's in the trade route yet again. And he is sniping carts carrying gold. This is 105 gold that's not making it to its destination. Purple and blue engaged in a battle of the siege onagers. If only one of these players were Celts, if only one of these players were Mongols. And there you go, see? You'll take a bunch of shots to the face, but your elephants, your HP will go from 5,000 to 4,000 to 3,000, but you'll have killed his entire army. Okay, pulls back, afraid of the halberdiers. Trade route. Where are these step lancers going? Oh, they're going nowhere because they've walled themselves in. Team East has barricaded. All of their aggression is now over. I wonder if Gray overcommitted into halberdiers, and that's literally all he's been building. And he should have either gone elephants. Remember, Vietnamese elephants, the pothead elephants with the 420 HP, are the tankiest in the game, except for Persian. Oh, you hate and love to see it. There you go. And look, knock this Sufnitsa count down to 2. Beautiful play out of freaking Andy. Yeah, okay, there we go. Not surprising. Oh my goodness, 576 paladins. Wow. Yeah, he definitely seemed like he lost a bunch of time in the beginning, and then finally with those elephants. I mean, look at his trade. Holy shnikes, him and Dagao. Look at that. That is impressive. Oh, our Vietnamese. Look at that. That's very sad. Let's take a look at kills. Highest kill goes to our Magyar. Not a surprise, getting in with into the trade route with those HCAs, and then before that just having those paladins shred through everything. But look at this, 178 converts for our blue Aztec. Wow, what an absolute fun game. So they penetrated through the eastern part, through the center is also open now, and now there's there's Byzantine bombard cannons. Orange finally, freaking Andy finally moving in with these elephants. I mean, look how many he lost, but I think it's worth it to get rid of all those Haufnitzes. Maybe agree, disagree. I think it was worth the trade. Oh, I don't know why it's taking me to my streaming software. And I believe last time I did this, and that was this game. Yeah, freaking Andy is the Gurjaras. So who do we have here? Oh, you guys were talking about Rubenstock. There's Shah Reza's good. Chaos, LB10, Samaro, Target, Cambridge, Sleepy Swede. Okay, we've seen all these players before. They're pretty damn good. Let's see how we start. Okay, so what are the teams? Green, purple, orange, and gray. Oh yeah, it was a sick game. I'm trying to read your name. 1 second. Let me see if I can figure this out. Bugs. Is it okay if I just call you Bugs? That was an absolute sick game. Anytime you have almost 600 paladins built, it's it's a fun game. Cambridge this time as the Koreans this time in green. His pocket. Rubenstock as the Malians. Oh, them with their new gold bonuses. Hera is in love with them now. Chaos to win as the Bulgarians in the other pocket in orange. And on his flank, Sleepy Swede as the Britons. Oh, man, you want them in the pocket. I don't know if you necessarily want them on a flank. Shah Reza as the Bengalis. Okay, you know what? If the Byzantines have to take anyone on, or if the Britons have to take anyone on, it might as well be the Bengalis. In his pocket in yellow, we've got Target as the Mayans. The other pocket, Samaro as the Spanish in blue. And last but not least, LB10 in teal as the Poles. So we got Poles spawning opposite Koreans. Okay. You have cavalry versus cavalry archers, potentially. And then you have Bengalis. Good golly, Bengali with their elephants. Against the Britons, who we all know what they tend to go for. And let's take a look at the map. In between purple and red, it looks like one easy avenue of attack to the south, and then whatever the hell this is. My goodness. What an absolute... Kind of looks like a satanic star almost. Or is that just me? In any event, I don't know what the hell this is. The one thing I will tell Shah Reza in red here is don't lose control of this big piece of land. You do not want your opponent dropping anything in that area. So between teal and green, looks like they're just agreeing to wall things off. Look at teal, though. Preemptively walling over there, not horizontally, but diagonally. Green already moving forward. Let's see if he can test this, if they decide to waste energy or they're just going to build adjacent to one another. Okay, LB10, by the way, did the little method of a little here, a little there. So now all the palisades are up. The problem is right next to his base is a corridor that is incredibly open. And I love maps like this because, number one, they're messy. And you guys know my opinions about messy maps. The messier they are, the crazier the engages. And you have all these boars. So we have potential to see a 6-boar pull. I am not surprised to hear that he did that, Daniel. Yeah, Rubenstock has potential to be just an absolute bonkers player because he takes risks, which is fantastic. Snowpine here. What are you? I thought this was a Snowpine. Okay, so this is a Snowpine that's getting ready to be chopped down for a Christmas tree. This is a Snowpine that's been abandoned and hasn't seen water in a million years, even though it has snow on top of it. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just making shit up. But yeah, Rubenstock. Anytime we see him in a game, I have high hopes for shenanigans. Although I would love to see him in a flank position. Oh my god. But look at this, a pet sheep. This villager has a pet sheep. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Target doesn't notice. Target doesn't notice, or Target doesn't care. Let's follow along on this villager's journey. Oh, and now the boar. Remember, these guys have attack bonuses. If you didn't know, take a look. Camel +8, cavalry 3. Everyone's got an attack bonus against eagles. What the? Oh my god, he's blocking with sheep. Guys, when the hell have we seen this? He is blocking the path with sheep. Look at this Noah's Ark boar pole here. Oh my god, just get your butt into the town center. Oh, one snow leopard down. What an absolute crazy boar pole here. I don't think we've ever seen that. Hey, Otter One. We're doing Rage Forest today. No deathmatch, but I think we did. Yeah, we did deathmatch yesterday. It was part of the quarterfinals. I specifically choose games that are not part of the competition. I mean, I know the teams are part of the competition, But I specifically choose. I must have made a mistake. But I specifically, on AoE Zone, make sure that the games that I pick are either friendlies or show matches. But, oh yeah, okay. Explains why it was so bonkers. Oh yeah, Chester, I'm definitely turning that into a short. And Atlas, I agree. Predator should be edible. Why the hell shouldn't a snow leopard have meat on it? If everything is doable in this game, that should absolutely have potential to be eaten. It's possible, Otter One. Like I said, there's people that love pointing out when I make mistakes in videos and I cast the wrong thing or whatever, and I always love to go with Pobody's Nerfect, you know? I try, because I try to be respectful of tournament organizers. They put in all the effort and things like that, and I try to get permission to cast tournaments live, so if a game is played, I generally try to wait a day or two. But yeah, if I made a mistake, if that was part of the quarterfinals, then man, that is definitely a tournament that is a lot of fun to watch. Because that game was bonkers. I love Deathmatch. Deathmatch is how I started and how I grew up on Age of Empires. So any chance to cast Deathmatch is always going to be an option for me. Sorry, let me just catch up on the chat while we watch this villager hammer away at a house. Actually, wait, let me put on something more exciting. Oh my god, did the boar get the kill? No, the boar didn't get the kill. I think the villager got the kill. Yeah, 1 kill. Okay, so now we've got a boar pull here for Shah Reza while Samero helps out. Sleepy Swede, though, is chasing hot on his tail. Oh, why reveal that you're building a barracks? Oh, maybe to delete it. Oh, it's all open streaming? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You guys know I started this channel in October. I'm new to the whole content creation side of Age of Empires. So if I don't know what a rule is, I mean, sometimes I'll email event organizers. Like I emailed Memb and I signed up for King of the Desert 5 to be not a live caster, but definitely somebody who can cast the games after the fact. I just don't know. Some people might be protective of the tournaments that they create. And if I don't know, I try to err on the side of caution and then just not cast the games. But Assassin's Cup is just too juicy for me to not cast. But yeah, I'm glad I can cast it live because it is such a fun tournament. I still think freaking Andy and Ganji need to get their trade up a lot earlier. But man, they just steamrolled yesterday. Oh, Hunter, it is super fun. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people like random maps like this where you start with, you know, the usual 3 villagers and go from there. I love Deathmatch. I didn't know that, Otter One. Okay, that's good. I'm glad to know that they're all almost all are open streaming. Order of the Sheep. Ah, okay, that's good to know. What's the deal with Order of the Sheep? That's an old YouTube account, is it not? Or am I mistaking that for someone else? I feel like Order of the Sheep is back from Zero Empires days. Again, guys, I'm new to this whole scene. Not new to Age of Empires, but new to this scene. So, oh no, loses control of the boars. This is not a this is not a Beastmaster mode if you don't use the same villager for all 4. So sorry, LB10, if you're watching this after the fact, you do not get the designation of Beastmaster. Ah, okay. Got it. Interesting. Yeah, they must have wanted control over the content, which is understandable. Daniel, I'm of the same opinion, but as a newcomer here, as somebody who's just kind of so far just dipped a toe into the water, I don't know. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but yeah, T90 is very cool. I love T90 is basically how do I put this? I don't want to say single-handedly has kept Age of Empires alive, because I don't think any one person has, but if any one person could have kept Age of Empires alive, T90 very much has done that. I mean, Spirit of the Law as well. These are and Memb as well. But yeah, I'm at my age at 40 years old where, you know, Twitch is not such a big thing for me. So the channels that are bigger on that, I'm not so much familiar with, but on YouTube at least. Yeah, they are just fantastic people. I mean, I don't know them on a personal level, but I'm not going to speak to that. But definitely when it comes to this game, they are fantastic. And the fact that it's stuck around this long. By the way, once they bust through this basic palisade here, this is open season here on our Britain's base. Ooh, let's take a look at what's going on. Okay, we've got the Cav Archers here in the form of the War Wagons moving forward. Villager go bye-bye. Castle already up and running for Samaro, producing petards. Already deleted his own little wall off so he can bust his way in here. Oh, I love TLDR, by the way. Summarize it for me in 3 words, please. Oh, it is open streaming? Okay. Yeah, it's with when Memb announced the King of the Desert 5 tournament, he put out a handbook, and it has very specific rules if you want to cast the games after the fact, and I have absolutely no issue with the rules. Basically, if you want to stream it live, there's a bunch of things you have to do for Twitch. But if you want to cast the games, number one, you have to wait 24 hours after they've been already played. And number two, you have to just have enough information on your own video to make people realize that, hey, this is Memb's tournament, this is King of the Desert, and a link to his Twitch. Which is absolutely, I mean, the guy organized the tournament. He should get all the credit. Why the hell not? I don't see an issue with that at all. Is there a good map with water? What I was thinking to do, Hunter, and it's hilarious that you brought this. Not hilarious, but for... Oh my god, one second. I'm going to interrupt myself. Oh, conquistadors. Yabba habba, they kill villagers fast. What's it called? Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Hunter, sorry. Yes, I was thinking to add a third variant, a third strain, let's call it, to the live streams, where one is deathmatch, one is Rage Force, and one is random maps. And a lot of random maps have water. Now, a lot of people don't like water. I don't mind it at all. It's more basic. There's basically 3 ships you need to build. Or 3 possible ships, and then I think there's 3 unique ships. The turtle, the longboat, and the one that always Therinidai, something like that. It always confuses me, the name. But yeah, I was thinking to start adding in more random maps as well. Yeah, your mom, exactly. You can cast live. But I'll give an example. For example, Memb's King of the Desert tournament. In the handbook, it says you can cast live, but there's certain commands you have to insert, and I think it's written for Twitch because there's no commands in YouTube. I think it's a Twitch thing where you can have like exclamation point Memb or something like that. So I don't know. I don't want to bother the guy with a million questions. Not that I'm really interested in casting it live. I'm enjoying these kinds of games live, and I don't know what time of day they're going to be casting live. I'm probably going to be busy with a newborn, so all the various live part of it is less applicable, but I'm definitely going to be casting some of those games after the fact. Yeah, Otter One, that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I thought. The 24 hours is to have him get his stuff in line and, you know, have him post his stuff first, which again It's his tournament. Post your shit first. I'm happy to repost games, and there was a series that was played where I even had a community post, and I asked all you guys, the channel subscribers, like, yes, this was already cast by Memb. Do you guys want to watch it? And it was overwhelmingly yes, and I casted it live, so we got to see that. Yeah, exactly, Auto One. See, so a lot of them don't do information for YouTube, because I think a bunch of them have abandoned YouTube. But like I told you guys yesterday, I love YouTube. I love this platform, so it's the one I'm comfortable using. It's the one I know I can see myself expanding to Twitch if I ever start playing the game. But for now, YouTube is kind of my home, my bread and butter. Let's put it like that. Hi, Legit Mod. Thanks for joining, and thanks for the congrats. Yeah, very excited. Anytime in the next 2 weeks. Excited and frightened to death. But mostly excited. We've got longbows. Anyway, guys, sorry, I'm being a really bad caster here. I'm having such a good time shooting the shit. Let's take a look at what's going on the map. I told you Red should not cede control of this part of the map. For now, he is not, but there are longbows here. Yeah, thanks, Otter One. I know it's harder for you to watch it live. I appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, let us know when you play more deathmatch. I keep looking up your name, and I keep looking up all the other players' names, and making sure that I don't miss any other deathmatch games. But yeah, just let us know. A lot of deathmatch player games also play a lot of random map games. And so whenever I have like a critical mass of games that I've saved up, then I'll live stream them. But yeah, thanks for joining. Good night, Daniel. Yeah, no, I think you can stream on multiple platforms, right? You can stream on Facebook and YouTube. I know a few people I follow on YouTube also stream live on Facebook. Yeah, Outer One. I'm not surprised. That's what that's what I suspect happens. Like the players oscillate between the two. Quadman, you think the AO2 community is larger on YouTube? If that was the case, would T90 and Memb and all these other people not be all on YouTube? Don't they all live stream on Twitch? Although I don't know if that's or Face. I think Facebook too, right? I think the Viper, for example, I know they put their videos out onto YouTube after they've streamed them live, but they go live, I think, on other platforms. I don't know if it's for financial reasons. I don't know if like Twitch takes a smaller cut than YouTube, or if Facebook takes a smaller cut than YouTube. I think all the platforms are basically competing with each other at this point, so there's not really one that's bigger than the other, but larger than Twitch. Okay, what about Facebook? Yeah, me too. Daniel, that is exactly correct, and that's why I stick to YouTube. Although again, I find the platform so much easier to use. I'm sure Twitch is super easy to use. If an 8-year-old can figure it out, I think I'll be able to figure it out too. English speaking AoE2 is big on Twitch. Okay. Yeah, I noticed that, not to get too into the weeds here, but I do notice a view bumps on my videos at like 2 in the morning till 5 in the morning. So I don't know if it's the European crowd or the Asian crowd. But yeah, I can definitely see it being much more international on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not surprised they want to have YouTube specific content. I mean, they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube. I don't know how big Daniel, I'm like you. I stopped participating on Facebook many years ago. Our Mayan has pumped out a whole bunch of eagles with El Dorado, 100 HP. Target's got the highest score, and he's making himself at home here. They are getting ready to swarm over our Briton. What does our Briton have, by the way? A mangonel. This is the entire armed forces of Purple, who is desperately walling his base off. The Insomniacs, yeah, the Age of Empires Insomniacs. Yeah, look, I'm still trying to... Oh, the Eagles run in. They take a mangonel shot to the face, but luckily for them, just a basic mangonel. This is not open, so he could not rush in. I'm still learning the exact best times to post videos. I mean, I post them at 3 p.m. Eastern, and then I go live at 8 p.m. Eastern. But the weekend is different. There's a lot of moving pieces when you try to have a YouTube channel that I just didn't know about, that I'm still kind of, you know, working out. I appreciate that, Daniel. I used to work the late shift when I was at when I was doing my undergrad. I had I was at Home Depot. I think I mentioned before, I was at home. I worked at Home Depot, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, for a long ass time. By the way, these conquistadors are getting a lot of damage done. A lot of high value units are going down. Bombard cannons. Oh, but they get their revenge. Disgusting. But in come the Eagles. If they can't bust into the Britain's base, they're gonna come reinforce here. But I was working at Home Depot all the way through university as well, and I was doing the late shifts because I didn't want it. At Home Depot, if you work the morning shift, it means you have to wake up at like 5:30 and open the store at like 7, because there's a bunch of contractors who come very early to buy huge amounts of materials. So I prefer the late shift. And when the store closes at 10:30, you have to be there till 11:30. So I am all about that late shift, and I understand exactly what you're saying. And after my late shift, I mean, this is in the early 2000s. We didn't exactly have cell phones with YouTube and stuff, but I would just go to Subway, the sandwich. I don't even want to call it a restaurant. I don't really think Subway's a restaurant, but Subway sandwiches. I would get my foot-long chicken breast with double the mayo, and I would sit there and I'd read a book for 15 minutes just to like unclog my head. So yeah, I absolutely understand the late shift desire to decompress afterwards. Looks like Red's in trouble. Let's take a look. Red's got 16 skirmishers. They're all up here though. They're attacking a town center. Maybe you want to leave that for the Eagles. Polish Cavaliers going up against Malian Pike. Who's left in castle, by the way? Red and purple. Okay, not surprising, the two players that are facing off against each other, but oh no, Conics are inside here, and I don't know that Eagles are gonna be enough to handle this. Oh no, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. Wow. Mad respect, Daniel. That is a brutal sounding shift. So thank you for joining before. Yeah, I appreciate that. I can't imagine those are intense hours. Is any player trying to bust their way in through the center? Shah Reza is 40 seconds away from Imperial. Let's see what he tries to do when he gets there. He's going elephant archers. Not a bad choice. They are thick enough. They can take a beating from these conics. But where are his archery ranges? Nothing down here. Okay, he's got a few. Oh, okay, they're all up here. 9 archery ranges. That's a good amount of archery ranges. He just needs a bit more resources. Ray pushing in through here. Our Malian going Pike, Gebetto. No cavalry whatsoever for him just yet. And guys, this is what we're talking about with Ruben stock. So remember, the Malians have Tigui, I think that's how you pronounce it, which means their town centers fire arrows when they're ungarrisoned. I believe it's 5 arrows when they're ungarrisoned. And so what the hell is Ruben stock doing? He's building town centers. Oh my goodness. This town center has 15 kills, by the way. This one, 1 kill only. I think that's right. I think Tigui. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, but Charez is finally getting his army up. Together with the Eagles, they should be able to push Orange back significantly. So they're going to stabilize to the southwest. Let's take a look at what the hell is happening here. Gebettos versus those cheaper Polish Cavaliers. Tiwi? Oh, so the G is silent? Hi, Sean. I'm glad you've been enjoying them. Thanks for joining us live. I always love to hear that you guys enjoy these videos. It's it's very validating. Oh, I'm so stupid. That upgrade now, they buffed it. They now fire 8 arrows when ungarrisoned. 8 arrows when ungarrisoned is pretty bonkers. Kiwi. Okay, so it's like kiwi, like the fruit kiwi. Tiwi. Okay, tiwi. I'm gonna bust it into my brain so I remember it. Iruan, thanks for joining, and thanks for giving me that the oi. I'm watching that TV show Ted Lasso. And all the Brits on that show always, instead of saying hi, they always go, oi. Instead of saying hey, they go, oi. Oh, nice, from Brazil. Definitely a place I want to visit real soon. Cambridge moving forward with these very strong Korean minimum 1 range onagers. What the hell was this, by the way? What was the point of this corridor? Our Pole running out of resources? Let's take a look. Yeah, he's running out of resources. So look at this. Red was in trouble a little while ago, but never bet against Chonky Boys. 6,000 HP. 6,000 HP. My goodness. And now the Eagles are here to support. Oh, some kind of backstab happening here. What the hell is going on? Oh, two halberdiers have somehow snuck themselves into the trade line. Now we've got Spanish champions moving backwards, taking bombard shots. Oh, God. Oh, look at those Korean onagers. Something quick, something on a horse needs to get rid of these guys ASAP. The winged hussar might be the solution here. Gebettos are a fun unit, but they don't have any relevant bonuses here at all, I don't think, right? Yeah, building an eagle warrior. Our pole, though, bad pathing for these winged hussars. Okay, you closed the gap. Oh, no. Yeah, it definitely starting to look like Team West. Even though they have some less army supply, they're down about 50 army supply. I don't see a response. I don't see an answer to these insanely powerful Korean siege onagers with their 1 minimum range. Sean, by the way, have you been watching the lives? And if so, do you like deathmatch? I'm gonna ask everyone that from now on. Ruan, you as well. Do you like deathmatch games? Oh, there's a good use for longbows. Stand here and pick off halberdiers. Not bad at all. Throw in some conics into the mix. Where are the elephants, by the way? He has retreated a long distance at 10,000 HP of elephants. Might want to get some eagles up here, to be honest. What's Rubenstock building? What is our Tiwi town center player doing? Korean, oh my god, Gebettos and Pike. So he is streaming in here. He is sitting off the back of these 5 bombard cannons. 29 kills on them already. Oh, the castle. Why did he stop building a castle? Because he resigned. Shah Reza, the last member on his team to... Oh. Sorry, guys. I know we got distracted there with a little bit of a talk of tournaments and stuff, but wow. 342 Eagles. Trade not really up for anyone, to be honest, except for our Mayan. Converts, nothing to write home about. Oops, sorry. Kills as well. Not very high. 388 for Rubenstock, who was again using those town centers. Where are they, by the way? I guess they got demolished. No, there it is. There's one. Oh, man. Look at that. 8 arrows. Projectile count. 8 arrows. Mayans are Mayans. Yeah. My favorite of the Eagle Warriors. Although hard with Garland Wars is a very close second. The Aztec ones. All right. So that was this one, I think. Crazy Boo Krill, Darvoy more. We got the Viper in the house. Nolo, White Coral, Double ZX. Let's see it. So what are the teams? Teal, purple, yellow, and gray. Definitely we're going to call you guys Team North. And let's see who we've got here. Krill as the Japanese in teal. His pocket. Portuguese played by Moore in purple. Double ZX is the pocket of the Viper in gray as the Chinese. And the Viper in his signature yellow as the Vietnamese. Spawning opposite him, the Koreans. Okay. Might be good for the Vietnamese. In orange, played by Darvoy, his pocket. White court as the Ethiopians. Krisibu with not one, but 2 lakes in his base as the Saracens pocket. Not a bad pocket to have. And Nolo on the frontier as the Britons in red. So to the left of the map. Oh, look at this. Look at Darvoy already pulling boars. He's got 5 villagers. And he's pulling boars. How is he even going to kill these boars? This might be the earliest boar pull we've seen so far. Okay. Okay. So he's got 6 villagers inside the town center. Trying to highlight the freaking boars. Oh, loses the villager. No surprise there. Oh no, 1 boar. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay. Does get all... No, no, no. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Okay, we'll get the 3rd boar. Oh man. But only 8 villagers. Actually 7. One is building a lumber camp. In any event, let's see what the map is like. We have 1 avenue of attack between orange and yellow. Orange with a big space to build a lot of infrastructure. The Viper, look at his resources. Look at these Tetris piece resources, all forward facing. His primary goal, though, is not. It's over here. His resources are very clumped. Interesting, interesting spawn there for him. And then on the right side, what do you even start to do with this? I mean, looks like green is sending a scout. No villager yet, or at all. Red and teal have agreed to wall this part off. Then maybe this avenue. But what the hell do you do about this? This is a big chunk of map that needs to be walled off, protected by the crocodiles of Black Forest. that was almost identical to what Jerry did in one of the first games we saw him, by the way, where he tried to pull the boars at like the 1 minute mark of the game or something like that. But look, good for Darvoy, taking the opportunity to take the boars. Who knows? You're playing opposite the Viper. He might try to take those boars from right underneath you. Although the Viper, pretty defensive, conservative player. Does not want to fight, does Chrissy Boo. Okay. Ultimately has no choice. The crocodile forces the fight. His scout a little late to the party. Whitecord in there instead to help him out. And now Nolo is walling off a good location, but this is a very, very ugly map. I mean, take a look at this. There's not a lot of room for maneuvering here for red, or for teal if he busts in here. There's a big open space, so 1, 2, 3 potential avenues of war. Where do you even start to place your infrastructure? You might want to place it here, to be honest, in the center location or the center prong, because that would make defending up north easier, also close to the west. But this is very ugly. Green as well needs to figure out where in this big open expanse he wants to start putting infrastructure. Gray moving forward with 1 villager. Okay, not too sure what the point of this wall off is. You could have just moved it forward a little bit and gotten the gold as well. This also doesn't protect purple or teal from this avenue of attack. So, not too sure. Let's see how the game progresses, where the players go. Okay, 2 boars for Whitecord again, not exactly Beastmaster mode. 3rd boar left alone here. One of the lakes next to Chrissy Boo has been taken by Whitecord. Okay. So it looks like 3 lakes apiece. 3 to the north, 2 over here, and 1 for our Red Britain. Guys, I'm just going to have a sip of water because I'm feeling my voice getting a little raspy and I don't want to cough in the middle of something exciting happening like I've done before. So just give me 1 second. And as I sipped my water, I noticed that all 8 players are heading up to feudal. First, though, is Krill. It's feudal. Immediately, a castle goes up. No moss growing under his butt. Okay, red sussed it out nice and early, managed to get a bit of a wall off to the south, but oh, these are just palisades. What is happening here? Wall off not quite complete. The Viper. Oh man, I said he's a conservative defensive player, and man, is he proving me right. A wall off going up here. He wants to be left alone to boom his economy. Red probably wants the same thing, but no chance of that. I love this secondary wall off. Okay, he just ignores all of my concerns altogether and just builds a dock here and will use a lake. The problem for that, for him, is he's now ceded control of this entire area, which means Teal can do whatever the hell he wants. Oh, Brian, I learned my lesson about staying hydrated. I think I told you guys the story when I rode my bicycle right after high school ended and I wanted to see where my university was. I rode for an hour on my bicycle in the Canadian summer which sometimes gets to like 30 something degrees. And I didn't bring any helmet, no hat, and no water. So the sun beating down on my head for an hour while I'm exhausted riding a bicycle. I walk into a diner to get a glass of water, you know, who knows, more realistically, probably to buy a Coke. And I just collapsed on the floor. And the next thing I know, they picked me up and plopped me down at a table. There was a Coke in front of me. I went to reach for my wallet to pay for it, and I collapsed again. So yeah, stay hydrated. People in Canada, of course, eat mango. I had mango 2 days ago. Why is that a shower thought? We have NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, so we get all the best fruits and vegetables from the US and Mexico. And man, is some of it so freaking delicious. I mean, it's not as fresh as if I lived in California, for example. It would probably be super duper fresh. But absolutely we get mangoes. Okay. This is why I hate, by the way, when a lake forms part of a wall off. It's so annoying to defend. And look at Teal, making himself at home. No resources here except for this clump of stone, but this is a lot of space for Krill to build infrastructure. That being said, he is nowhere close to going up to castle. Hi, River Jessa. We are on Black Forest. Game number 3. More and more players starting to hit Castle Age. More and more town centers going up for them. The Viper with a double wall off here, building his own siege workshop. Mango with pepper and lemon and salt. I think I've had that. Although no, I think it was like a lime. There's a spice that we have. I don't know if the J is pronounced like an H or just like a J. It's Tajin, Tajin. And we love dipping fruits and vegetables into it. It has such a nice lime, lemony flavor. Mango though sounds yeah, I told you we had that 2 days ago. It was so delicious. And cantaloupe we had as well. Now you're making me hungry because it was like 30 degrees for the last couple of days and super hot. And when it's super hot and you're just in your apartment with a nice cold mango from the fridge, or a nice any fruit from the fridge, really. Crocodile watches. You are not the kind of prey that I'm looking for, he says. Oh no. Okay. I thought our Britain would take more damage than this, which is why I said oh no, but instead he's managed to dismember this tower. How are you tonight, Rever Jessa? By the way, speaking of delicious food and nice hot weather, yeah, you know, my wife and I follow a channel on YouTube of these two this married couple from California, from LA, and they like to go on cruises, and so they're always taking day trips. It's mostly in Mexico and mostly on the Pacific side, but sometimes they do Caribbean as well. And a lot of times when they do their day trips, the first thing they do is they go to a street vendor and they buy a bag of fruit that has that lemon lime seasoning on it. And my wife and I managed to find it because, again, we have NAFTA, so we have a lot of delicious, amazing products out of both the US and Mexico that we get here, and we loved it. I think my wife ate it with cucumbers yesterday when she was watching the Love is Blind reunion episode. Oh, we had homemade tartar sauce a few days ago. We made tilapia tacos. Sorry, I can talk about food for hours. No, but ever since we started watching this channel on YouTube, it's called Bill and Lisa, and there's these two very funny, this couple from LA, and they just get the most delicious looking fruits whenever they go down to Mexico or some of the islands in the Caribbean, and they take their day trips. It looks so good. So my wife and I were like, you know what? Why don't we try this at home? Oh, interesting, Hunter. I'm going to screenshot that. I'm definitely going to try that. You had me at mayo. Anything with mayo is definitely, tilapia tacos are freaking amazing. My wife loves salmon, but I think salmon is a little too heavy for tacos. Tilapia tacos, though, that baked in the oven. Yummy, yummy. We had them 3 days in a row this week. Chili powder on mangoes. Okay. I'm screenshotting all of this, by the way. Oh, Brian, the first letter is T, like Thomas. Tajin. I think it's a product of Mexico. And yeah, it's like a lime flavored kind of spice, basically, mix. It's a spice mix. Okay, Hunter. That is definitely going to happen. And I will report back, believe me. Oh, I think we need to buy more tilapia. Actually, no, I think I've got a pound in the fridge. Spicy garlic honey salmon sounds freaking delicious. All of these recipes. Guys, you're making me screenshot my phone like crazy. I'm supposed to be casting a game. Instead, I'm turning this into a cooking channel. By the way, is the center position open? No. Okay, so everyone kind of walled off near where they are. Nobody wants to take the gold. Nobody wants to take the stone. Although somebody should. Why the hell not? Our Britain moving forward with how many? A massive 3. 3 longbows. Filet mignon with 4 cheeses. You see, this is where I'm not a steak guy. I like my steak, and this is either gonna make you love me or hate me. I like my steak medium well. I do not like to see pink or any kind of blood or anything like that in my steak. I like it nice and gray, and I also don't like fatty bits. So no like tomahawk or New York steak or stuff like that. Filet mignon is delicious if it's lean. And look at this, Whitecourt moving in with quite a lot of infrastructure here to support Darvoy. Why the hell not? You're facing off against the Viper. Honestly, I wouldn't blame you. I went to a steakhouse in Vegas about a year ago, and I ordered my steak medium well, and the waiter looked at me like I had just insulted his mother. Yeah, River Jester, that's the problem. If you get it well done, or you get it the kind of like leaner, it is kind of it is a bit chewy. Oh man, look at this. He signaled his advance with the mangonels. Oh, orange not quick enough, and all of a sudden some Chinese cavaliers are gonna sneak into this base. An emergency tower going up, but that's not going to deter any of this cavalier activity. This might, though. A nice Ethiopian castle. Does he have any shotels? No, he's going pike. What's going on up here? How are the longbows doing, by the way? They're back here. So, okay, they've had enough of the fight. They've had enough of the aggression. They want to go and farm and be happy. They don't want to partake in any of this. In the meantime, Double ZX says the exact opposite. I am going to bust into your base here. The Viper with a first Scorpion. Where is it? Okay. Okay. Just a Scorpion hanging out in the middle of the woods. And now Orange is in serious trouble here. What army does he have? He's got one Mangonel completely on the opposite side of the base. And these Ethiopian halberdiers are going to have to save the day. Look, halberdiers, he needs to maybe get some attack upgrades. Not maybe, but definitely needs to get attack upgrades on them. Should be able to fight the Cavaliers, but now that there's a castle up, I hope we get to see Chukanus out of this castle. What's happening here? Purple and teal amassing their armies, but they're gonna have to bust through a whole bunch of red walls. Our Britain playing a bit of a labyrinth game here. Okay, this is a lot of Cavaliers though. What are their upgrades? +2, +3, so still missing blast furnace. But look at this, bombard cannons out of our Ethiopian. Do they have torsion engines? Let's see. Yes, they do. Area of effect, almost one tile. He's got to be careful, though. Bad spawn for this Treb. Go attack the castle. Oh, no, he doesn't need to. The Treb to the south did enough. And I'm surprised Blue is going off campus here with these halberdiers instead of sticking close to the castle. Oh, no, he's going to lose this Treb. But mission accomplished. Oh. Deleted it before the Treb got to it. Okay, these Chinese Cavaliers not being very effective attacking farms, taking arrow fire. I mean, their melee isn't, their pierce rather, is nothing special unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, just a basic maxed out pierce armor. Nothing like silk armor or anything, or fabric shields or anything like that for them. Green getting counterweights, okay. What is Green doing, by the way? Mamelukes, but they're up here to the north. They need to be down here to the south. They'll shred these Cavaliers in half. Oh, how much does a filet mignon cost? Ooh. First of all, I've never had it in Canada. I've only had it in Vegas. And there it was about, oh, I don't even know what how to measure it, guys. Sorry, I started it all off by saying I'm not a steak person, but like a good sized steak was about $40 US. Oh, nice catch here by these halberdiers, by the way. Purple making himself at home with the castle again. Red, I'm not happy that Red has given up all this territory, and Teal is back as well. But now there's a cannon galleon. This might make things a little bit more difficult, and the Mamelukes are going to catch out the the halberdiers way out of position. What a beautiful catch here for Chrissy Boo. Wow. Brilliant play. Deletes a section of the wall as well, or destroys a section of the wall, creates a choke point. What a wonderful use of the Mameluke there. Oh, River Jessa, I didn't know that. Which mods are you talking about? You remember their names? Oh, Daniel, yeah, medium rare steak. My wife forced me to try her medium rare steak. I didn't want to. I struggled, I fought. But I, of course, was overruled. I had to close my eyes like a baby, and it was so soft, but I couldn't eat it. I need to see gray in the middle. Cannon galleons. 13 range. Doesn't look like it's enough to get through this castle, but you know what it is? These Trebs. Oh, our Portuguese gunpowder wrecking these Saracen Trebs, but at the same time, he did lose his castle. And this infrastructure is also in jeopardy. How many longbows for our Britain? Only 15. He's getting shipwrecked at the moment. How many naval units is he planning on building? that he's getting shipwright. Okay, not exactly a technology that we see in the Black Forest a lot. Shipwright. But whatever. To each their own. Always fun to see new shit. Our Ethiopian has held the frickin' line. The Viper, though, this is the real story to the south here. Orange, by the way, has escaped. He's getting his trade up in earnest with a massive 2 trade carts. He's broke. And he's left our Ethiopian to fend for himself against the Viper and Double ZX Vietnamese-Chinese combo taking on the Ethiopians. Chicken heart are definitely off the menu, although chicken liver pate, I absolutely love. Actually, pates of any kind are pretty delicious. I've had duck pate once, and it was kind of meh. Hunter, I thought you unsubscribed. Oh, no, I'm not a very adventurous eater. I had a lot of stomach issues when I was young. And so the most adventurous thing I could eat was a chicken breast, a grilled chicken breast sandwich. And that kind of scarred me for life, although I'm slowly taking steps here and there to expand my palate. Still, though, not an adventurous eater at all. No, I like what I like, and what I like is basically plain chicken breast, seasoned, some nice fish. But yeah, my wife is more of the I wouldn't describe her as a foodie, but she definitely has a more adventurous palate than me. But again, she wasn't the one who at 8 years old had stomach issues and stuff like that. So she grew up eating a bunch more diverse food than I did. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, the Viper takes a mangonel shot. An onager shot. Are you enjoying the game now more that you have a nicer user interface, by the way, River Jessa? Daniel, I'll eat anything if it's fried too. I'm just being sarcastic, but fried. Don't get me started on fried foods. I think we've already had this conversation. Some of my fondest memories as a kid is taking road trips to the U.S. from Toronto, driving all the way to Florida, or flying into Colorado and driving to L.A., or driving around the Pacific Northwest and just eating all the delicious food. And you know what the best part of it was? You know what the absolute best and most memorable thing for me is? The Coca-Cola in the U.S. At just random diners along the road, the Coca-Cola is so freaking good. I don't know what you guys put in your Coke. I don't know if you're still putting actual cocaine in your Coke, but the Coke in Canada is good, but it's kind of lackluster. The one in the US, every time I go to New York City, every time I go to Vegas or places anywhere in the US, the Coca-Cola just tastes so much better than what we have here. I don't know if it's the sugarcane, because we have sugarcane Coke here as well. We have that Mexican cola as well. It's just something about the syrup that you guys use. Maybe it's not sugarcane. Maybe it's just pure white sugar. Maybe it's just like the most unhealthiest sugar ever. It's absolutely the sugar. Really, River Jessa? Even better than US Coke? Oh, that's nice. Tulip Flower Farms. That's pretty cute. Yeah, see if you can remember the mods. Maybe in a future live stream you'll let us know what the mods are called. I'll check them out. Corn syrup. That might be it, you know? That might be it. In the meantime, Orange has collapsed for a second time. Oh, here we go. Mamalukes taking on Cav Archers. These Cav Archers are going to melt. Speaking of sugar, oh my god, that was disgusting. The Viper just lost like a third or a half of his army. Oh my god, the Mamalukes for the win. Anything on a horse just melts to these guys. Oh, that was disgusting. Oh my goodness. How many kills on these guys, by the way? 51 kills. Orange is running away to the back, but he has been discovered. Our Britain's selling everything he possibly can for gold. Purple pinging over here. So looks like Team South is pushing in through the east. A bit of a stalemate in the center. Big open space. I guess better for the Mamalukes to run around. Oh, Hunter, if you join a live stream here, you have to get ready to talk about 7 different topics at once. That is just how I roll. That is how my daily videos are full of that. I honestly interrupt myself more than I interrupt anyone else. Whenever I start talking and I notice all of a sudden, ooh, is that a snow leopard? But isn't it funny at the age of 40 how I'm still talking about how the Coke in the US is just so much better. Still just a big, big baby. Boom, one tap, one little love tap. And both of those Trebs go down right before they could get this last shot off at the tower. Oh yeah, it has those picture-in-pictures. Quadman for sure. If you're not a Nicolas Cage fan, just GTFO already. Okay. Saracen Castle under attack here by one Chinese siege ram. Where are the Mamalukes, by the way? 23 of them left. Okay, they've all relocated here to the center. 64 kills. Not a single monk to heal them. Joe Pesci fan. I love Joe Pesci. My first Joe Pesci film was My Cousin Vinny, so I thought he was a comedy actor. And then I was like watching Goodfellas. I'm like, why is the opening scene of Goodfellas Joe Pesci stabbing somebody in the back of a car with a knife? If he's a comedy actor. Oh no, you don't want to fight organ guns though. Mamalukes doing just so much trouble. There's a reason they're so expensive. Oh, Michael Douglas as well. Kirk Douglas's dad, also, by the way, fantastic actor. Spartacus. What an amazing movie, the old one. The TV show Spartacus is also fantastic, but that definitely does not have Michael Douglas in it. That just has a bunch of dudes with abs with 8-packs in little tiny underwear. Oh yeah, Brian, do yourself a favor, look up Nicolas Cage Days of the Week. And there's one, I forget the name of the movie, the one where he thinks he's a vampire or something. And he's sitting there with his therapist and he's going through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as only Nicolas Cage could. Trade up in earnest. What's the payload here? 122 gold. For this team, 120. Okay, so pretty similar. And here we go. I wanted to see them in game number 1, those pothead elephants. We're seeing them now, but oh, the Koreans, never forget they have 1 minimum range instead of 3. So with good attack rounds, they will absolutely shred your units to pieces. Yeah, not a lot of people know that his uncle is Francis Ford Coppola. Not a lot of people know that his last name is actually Coppola. You know what they do know is that he likes to buy T-Rex skulls on auction when he can't afford it. And I think he owns like 5 haunted mansions in Europe or something like that. Nicolas Cage is just amazing. Leaving Las Vegas is one of the movies we forgot to talk about when we were listing all the Nick Cage movies we loved. And by the way, while we're talking about Nick Cage, 9 siege onagers for our Korean. Oh no, elephants in a choke point. Elephants in a choke point. Not the greatest shots off the start. This one should do much better. Oh god. But there's Bombard here from the Viper. Good dodges so far. Only loses 1. That is not bad at all against how many? 7 bombard cannons by the Viper. Okay, why are you what are you doing here? Are you gonna go north or are you gonna go west with this opening that you're creating for yourself here? Sorry, what the hell is this? Why was blue attacking? Okay, I sorry, I guess double our Chinese player made himself at home a little bit. Nicolas Cage is an ambulance driver? Mom and Dad might be the most bonkers movie of Nicolas Cage. After that one I was telling you guys the other day where he plays this like vigilante who has to spend the night in a haunted Chuck E. Cheese. Wally's World is the name of that one. That, like I said, check out the trailer for that. That might just be the most bonkers movie, Nicolas Cage or not, that you'll ever see in your life. But in the meantime, Chinese light cav have penetrated the trade route. Let's see how many there are here. 15 of them. Oh, this is going to be annoying to deal with, but luckily the Saracens can help. He's got 15 Mamelukes somewhere. Where are they? Their number is going down. Oh, he's taking bombard shots. I am not a fan of The Godfather. There are a few scenes I absolutely love. Leave the gun, take the cannoli is just an epic line. I'm more of an 80s gangsters movie like Casino and Goodfellas. And the one with Johnny Depp, whose name I can't remember right now. Donnie something. Donnie Brasco? Okay, good. Mameluke's pivoting south. Go help take care of the trade route. Oh no, Orange now for a 3rd time is being ransacked, except this time the trade is up and running, and this might be disastrous for Team South. Oh, the Mamelukes are taking way too much of a pounding. Donnie Brasco, yeah. I love Matchstick Men. The con artists. Matchstick Men was a very good movie. Nahu, yeah. Yeah, well, welcome to an Age of Empires cast where we go full balls to the wall Nicolas Cage. Yeah, Mom and Dad is insane. That scene in the basement where he builds himself a pool table and then his wife comes down and asks him why he built a pool table and he just loses his mind is peak Nicolas Cage. Hunter, you don't like Scarface? I think here's my thoughts on Scarface. The acting is terrible. The accents are atrocious. I don't buy for a second that any one of those actors is who they're supposed to be. His accent, Al Pacino's accent is terrible. Manny's accent is terrible. Frank Lopez's accent is terrible. You have one of the greatest actors of all time, F. Murray Abraham, with one of the worst accents in the world. But the movie itself is fantastic. The movie itself, as a movie, is fantastic. But the accents itself. You know what my favorite scene of Scarface is? Forget Age of Empires. You know what my favorite scene of Scarface is? What the most unrealistic scene is? It's the opening scene when the they show all of the Cubans who landed in the, what was it called? The Mariana Drop or something like this. All of the Cubans underneath the highway playing basketball. And then you see Al Pacino playing basketball. Now Google it. Al Pacino is like 4'9". And he's playing basketball and he's pretending to be really good at it. And then he throws the basketball and it goes way far off. It goes nowhere close to the basket. And oh my God, I was like, this movie is going to be terrible, but it's going to be so good. So good. Tay-Z, you are absolutely right. Look at those resources. I mean, Darvoy look at Darvoy's gold. He is very much contesting the Viper here, but unfortunately for him, doesn't have infrastructure. Where can he build units out of? He can't build anything. He's got markets and houses. Oh yeah, no, River Jessa, you either love him or you hate him. He's that kind of polarizing actor. Some people love to hate. Some people hate to love. But yeah, Nicolas Cage is a little bit too bonkers for some people. But yeah, definitely some of his movies are some of the classic movies if you just want to turn your brain off. Wow. Guys, sorry, we got lost again in the nonsense conversations here. Chrissy Boo, oh, I love to see this. My favorite unit. Let's take a look at trade. Trade must be crazy for both teams. Almost an hour with 120 payload. Yeah, look at this. Actually, yeah, never mind. Oops. What is this? 30, 41, about 50,000 for Team North. And was this 20, 30, 42 or so thousand for the other team? Kills? Not the highest. Our Chinese, no wonder, has the highest kills. First one to bust through the enemy's gates. And the least losses here for our Britain. So there was a stalemate here to the north. And anytime there's a stalemate on one side, it's usually the team on the other side that pushes in and wins that ends up winning the game. This is a lot of bombard towers, by the way, to just plant down 11 freaking bombard towers. Oh, Woody Allen. I don't think there's a single Woody Allen movie I like. That is my my take on him. I don't know. I just never connected with any of his movies. Okay, guys, it's 10 o'clock. We've been doing this for 2 hours. Let's do one more. Oh man, I'm gonna have a Bunzu halt. Okay. Oh look, MBL. We really don't see MBL a lot or at all in Rage Forest game. River Jessa, if you can get away with it, that is an absolutely viable strategy called slinging, where one player basically just bursts out economically and supports the other one. It's never like 200, but it's pretty close if you can get it that way. I love Matchstick Men. I think it's great. At the end when he's working in the carpet store and she comes by. Oh, this is the MBL game you were talking about earlier. So this is okay. Let's see how it goes. So we got, this is very much Team West. Oop. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin the end of Matchstick Men if anyone was going to watch it. But yeah, that scene at the end where she's conning that boyfriend of hers or whatever. And he's like, he game recognizes game, right? And he's so proud of her. I think that's Matchstick Men, right? It's him and Sam, what's his face? Oh, that's his name. Sam something. Okay, let's take a look at the teams. This time I'm gonna definitely try to focus on the game. Velese as the Malians in orange, his pocket. Oh god. Bunzuhalt. If anyone speaks German, let me know if that means anything. If I should be repeating that, I don't want to repeat anything that's a swear word or something like that. Sam Rockwell, yes, very underrated actor. Very underrated actor. In the other pocket, we've got Nick as the Slavs, taking a page out of Jerry's book and just, you know, using his real name. Dragonstar is the Berbers. Okay, another player we haven't seen. Dratek is the Dravidians in blue. ACCM as the Spanish in the pocket. In the other pocket, MBL as the Turks. And on his flank, no Isaac as the Burmese in gray. So let's say we've got the Burmese facing off against the Malians. That might be trouble for the Burmese, unless they can mass a Rambai. But Malian cavalry with Farimba is going to be very hard for the Burmese, I think, to get rid of. Although their infantry do get a nice little boost. Maybe not. we'll let that play out. The speedy Berbers on one side, and the what do people call these guys? The discount Byzantines, the Dravidians on the other. So you've got potentially elephants and camels. Guys, I'm gonna zoom out. Look at this map. How do you even begin to wall this off? I mean, there's just a big open space between red and blue. Orange and gray, yes, a bit of a stranger wall, which of course creates whatever the hell this is supposed to be. I don't know what this is, the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper constellation. In any event, gray seems happy to have let his opponent dictate the location of the wall off. Purple pinging over here saying, okay, finish your wall off. We've got scouts. Nothing's going to attack you. 2 random houses in the middle of nowhere for blue. 1 random house in the middle of nowhere for red. And let's see if anyone pulls any boars. Do we have boars? It looks like we got a big old clump of them here. And what's the wild killer animal on this map? We've got wolves. Okay. I sometimes support. Okay. Hopefully for his team's sake, this is one of those times where he's going to support. He is in the pocket position. Oh, no. Yeah, no, he is in the pocket position to Velese. Okay, orange moving forward. So it's fallen to orange to really wall off half the map. Whereas red is just happy to play Arabia here and create a bit of a smaller wall off. Blue as well. Although I don't know what... Okay. Compartmentalizing himself in case ACCM has his base overrun, I guess. Is anyone heading up to feudal? Blue and red. Okay. So the 2 players facing off each other who have not spent any energy and any APM walling themselves off in any serious way. Conflict are the ones who are heading up to feudal faster, which basically just proves our point that we were talking about earlier in the game. It sounds like a wolf is attacking something, but where is that wolf? Oh, there it is. Sinks into the grasslands. This villager with a very little HP left is moving back. A random house here for our Malian. Okay, so red has decided to cede control of a big chunk of land. We'll see for how long. Immediately hits feudal, immediately plops down an archery range. Dratic for his part. Looks like he's moving out with a villager. Red has already seen this, by the way. So he knows that there's a bit of an attempted wall off. If you see this... Oh my god, I said they're playing Arabia. Look at this. 3 militias in 30 seconds men-at-arms are moving out. These 2 scouts are going to see them very early. Not too sure what this is going to accomplish. I hope this is walled off. Yeah, there's a palisade here behind. Hunter, you mean in this specific game we're watching, or in Age of Empires in total? Like on the whole? Vorpal here for Velese. In this specific game, I think MBL has the highest elo. Velese is probably second. ACCM probably third, and Dragonstar probably fourth. If I had to go by just APM, elo of the players. I think MBL is currently like 4th or 5th in the world. And then Velese sometimes, depending on how many games he plays, he manages sometimes to get up to like number 9 or 10 or 11, I think. I might be wrong, but I think. And then ACCM is generally generally in like the 15 to 25 place. Oh, one last left tap. And then Dragon Star, I think, has something like 23 or 2400 elo. Oh, Orange killed his boar with a TC. That's sour. That is very sour. Oh, there it is. I'm sinking. I think that's what that is. That is very sour for Valese. Sorry, guys. I thought there were shenanigans out on the map, and it looks like there are. What a long route, by the way, for Red to have to go with his archers all the way up here just to deal with these men-at-arms. And now Nick and Feudal will put up a stone wall. Okay, our Burmese moving forward. Looked like for a second he was right-clicking on this tower. But a counter tower going up. We'll see which one goes up first. Man, it sucks to kill a boar with a town center. All that work, all that micro, that energy, all of it just wasted. Okay, great first, but 90%. Oh, will it go up? Yeah, it does. At the same time, villagers are attacking palisades. Oh no, the boars have been split up. The family ruined. One boar to the right, two baby boars to the left. Where are the men-at-arms for blue? How did red get in here, by the way? Huh? It doesn't look like this is busted through. Oh, maybe yellow deleted some part of this wall up, but red is inside the base. He's got a spearman and 4 archers? Need to turn around and maybe start sniping at these men-at-arms. Okay, more and more players starting to hit castle. Next is Green, who just hit castle. Immediately second town center for him. Tower's continuing to battle it out. HP 272 to 450. But a quick repair will change all of that. 2 town centers for our Slav, who wants to get a little bit of vision. Let's see what he sees. I mean, we know what he's going to see, but I always like to see their vision once they discover new lands. And now it looks like all of Red's army has pivoted south. It looks like he lost the spearmen somewhere. See what kind of damage or annoyance he can be. I don't think he can even reach these villagers. What are the upgrades on these? Even with +1. Oh, you are exiting the wrong alley, my friend. I am shocked that he's even gotten 2 archers. Absolutely shocked that he's managed to get 2 archers with the upgrades being the same. Wow, Dratek not microing his archers to the point where he actually traded fairly well, did Dragon Star. And now his base is going to come under attack, although attacked by a few archers. These aren't Saracen archers that have a small bonus against buildings to the north. A Bunzu halt pushing his way in. Tower. Oh no, that's not a tower, it's a stone wall. Sorry, I was gonna say tower going up ridiculously fast, but then I realized it's a stone wall. To the south action, the center looks like yellow is kind of just holding the line to the center. This center north position as well. So our Hun is desperately trying to break in here so that he can do what the Huns do, which is raid and destroy. No forward infrastructure for a Bunzu halt. That is going to be hard for me to say. I'm just going to keep calling him purple, and now he's going to run straight into a castle. Of course, hasn't seen it yet. Okay, good game sense out of him not to run in too quickly. Looks like green is reinforcing blue in the south here with conquistadors. They are definitely going to help take out some structures, but I want to see him rush in here and discover that there's a castle. One more shot and this wall will go down. Let's see if that's the moment he chooses to push in. Yeah, it is. There it is. Uh-oh. Run the hell back where you came from, says this Turkish castle from MBL. And now let's see. Conquistadors are potentially very problematic here. More and more of them streaming across the map. Okay, battering ram as well. Oh, Genitors! You don't see them very often. And yeah, remember the developers in April, in the April patch, reduced, I think, the pierce armor of the Conquistador from 2 to 1. Because they realized that Genitors, that elite skirmishers even, yeah, sure, they get an attack bonus against this unit. But because this guy fires on a 16 and a skirmisher has 35 HP, the skirmisher just doesn't do enough damage. And so I guess their solution was to reduce the pierce armor by 1, but only for the base model. The elite Conquistador pierce armor does jump up to a base of 2, I believe. Unless I'm just completely making shit up. Our Turk has deleted his wall off. This is the moment he's choosing to push, push, push. Okay. Let's see who wins this. Oh, does manage to get one final volley off. 6 HP left. But what a fun unit, the Genitor. A mounted skirmisher. What a great addition to the game. I think they should make them more readily available to more civilizations. I mean, now because the Berbers are on Team West, they all have access to Genitors. But I think it should be made more. I think elite skirmishers are a fantastic answer to a lot of very heavy archer units. But their weakness is twofold. Number one, their 1 minimum range, which sucks. And number 2 is their speed. They're still just bipedal, you know? So they're good against Arbalest, but there's a lot of very fast archer units on the map that would do well being careful of a quicker skirmisher. The Lithuanians have it good, though, with their quicker skirmishers, and now he's brought his Janissaries along for the ride so that any villager who tries to repair this tower is going to meet the same fate as that Mangonel down here. But look how many cav archers from the Huns. Remember, these become very cheap as the game progresses. Purple or orange pinging over here. Battering rams demolishing the barracks, moving on to the house, but this Mangonel should be able to get rid of them. Camel archers are out for Team West. Do we have a single cavalry archer for Team East? No. This is another, like all camel units, in my opinion, this is a purpose-built unit. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong. A base of a 7 basically makes it attack as much as a longbow, but without the range and its specialty, its specialization is killing cav archers. I don't see Mongols anywhere on Team East. Turks maybe need to be careful, but MBL is very far away, and he's going Janissaries today, not cav archers with Sipahi. So we'll see how the match shakes up. Somebody commented on one of my videos, I think it was yesterday's video, that during my regular 3 p.m. videos, I need to talk more about how the civs interact with each other and how the units interact with each other later on in the game. But as much as I would love to do that, it really always is a big question mark. I mean, unless you're obviously going to have a civ like the Britons or the Goths or the Magyars, even the Turks with their shitty trash units, you never know. Is he going to go gunpowder? Is he going to go cav archer? And so I don't know. I try not to predict a lot. Daniel, on my end, I see 14 likes. But yes, everyone, like this video, or I will shake my fist at you like Mole Man from The Simpsons and go, squint my eyes. I appreciate that, Daniel. Monk's moving forward. How many will he get? 1, 2, and one of those dies immediately. Oh, it's 15. Somebody heard your somebody read your message. Whoever it was that just hit the like button, thank you very much. Make yourself known, say hi, drop a comment, join the chat, tell us what your favorite Nicolas Cage movie is. I don't think it updates for you after you join the live stream. Oh, now it's 16. Okay, we're getting the ball is rolling. Much like a Bunzu Holt's Cav Archers, which are now inside this base and shredding through everything. Oh no. Blue is in trouble? Oh, it was you. Merkdern? Mirkdern? I hope I'm saying that right. Face Off, what a fantastic choice. Oh man. When he switches with John Travolta, I will, what does he say to the stewardess in that movie? He's like, I'll let you have the honor of making out with me, or something so ridiculous. I think they basically told Nicolas Cage, go and just be yourself for this movie. But absolutely fantastic choice. Thank you for saying hi, by the way. And also, if you guys didn't know, Nicolas Cage was slated to play Superman. And if you go on YouTube and you type in Nicolas Cage Superman, there is a video of him in the Superman outfit testing out different positions for flying and fighting, which is absolutely bonkers. Now, if you're more of an 80s action star and you like Jean-Claude Van Damme, go to YouTube and look up Jean-Claude Van Damme, the Predator, and realize that he was hired to play the Predator in the movie with Schwarzenegger. And if that doesn't blow your mind, there's a few more things like that that are fun to know. But yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Predator. And you know he got removed from the role because they basically told him, hey, Jean-Claude, the Predator doesn't know how to do a high kick. It's a hunting alien. It's not a martial arts alien. And he basically said, oh, okay, then I'm not interested in it. And he stopped acting as the Predator. So then they hired somebody else to act as the Predator opposite Schwarzenegger. But if you didn't know that, immediately after this cast is over, immediately after we see the Battle of Gunpowder here between our Malian and our Turk, go to YouTube, types Jean-Claude Van Damme, the Predator, and then type in Nicolas Cage, Superman. Oh, Steven Seagal. Oh. Under Siege is one of my favorite movies of his, if not the favorite movie. And by the way, it's the title of one of my videos from a few months ago, and I think I have a picture of him with a halberdier helmet on. Steven Seagal is just an absolutely ridiculous human being, and on the whole, he wants to fight everyone. He has a vendetta with almost everyone. I think he almost got into a fight with Jean-Claude Van Damme in a restaurant in LA. And now he teaches Aikido, I think, in Russia. Oh, look at his path that's being cut here by our orange onager. And then if you go to Netflix and you look up Steven Seagal, you'll notice something strange. All of his new movies are almost exactly 90 minutes. And then Google why that is. And it is hilarious. It's in his contract. Just like, you know, The Rock and Vin Diesel have it in their contract that they're not allowed to lose a fight. Or if they're fighting, they're not allowed to get hit too many times. because they want that, you know, that Hollywood mystique of being the badass. Look at the wolf, by the way. Swipe, swipe, swiping. He's still alive. Okay, now he's dead. Steven Seagal's writer basically says his movies have to be 90 minutes on the dot or less. And it's always the same plot. Somebody in a gang or somebody who he wronged in an earlier part of his life kills a family member, usually his wife, and then he goes for revenge. Ooh, Malian camels with bloodlines. Any Gebetto's elite camel archers coming out. This is a very exciting game here so far. Paladins streaming in from our Spaniard. They are meeting with a bunch of Slavic halberdiers. Camels need to get behind the halberdiers, though. Okay, they finally do. Looks like there's a bit of a detente here to the center of the map. And still, no real progress being made after the initial attack here. Bunzuholt has managed to support his teammate, but his teammate is doing what? What is Velese doing? Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong... I was looking at the wrong player. He's going monk play. Okay. I mean, that's one way to fight these bigger gunpowder units. Yeah, I like that he's healing his teammates' units. Oh, does draw bombard fire. Great use of that convert. A whole bunch of damage done to these Janissaries. But Trebuchets, bombard cannons, towers out of our Dravidian. Oh no, never mind, out of our Turk. Seagal was a stud back in the day, back in the 80s. Now he's, I don't know. It looks like he paints his hair with like actual paint. Chuck Norris, though, is the man. No one compares to Chuck Norris. Not even Chuck Norris. Our Hun has to be very careful. This is a choke point that Velese needs to delete immediately. This is not helping anyone on his team. Oh, the Hussars moving forward. They're going to try to snipe the bombards, but look how many bombard towers there are here. Oh, this is why I'm telling Velese, delete this wall off. Delete, delete, delete. Siege onager for our Malian. Iron casting. Does he have any cavalry? Can we check if he got Farimba? Yes, he did. One upgrade away from having them maxed out at 7+7. Under Siege is such a good movie. Tommy Lee, what's his name? What the hell's that actor's name? Tommy Lee Jones. A lot of good actors, a lot of good like action stars from the 80s and early to mid 90s. I saw the trailer for, speaking of the 80s, I saw a trailer for that new Indiana Jones movie. It looks absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. What's going on here? What's attacking you? Two halberdiers poking, prodding. Remember, the Burmese do get +1/+1/+1 starting in feudal on all their infantry. So even though they're not fully upgraded, still missing blast furnace. They are at a +5 already because he is an imperial. What's the range difference here? 7 to 8. Not a huge difference, but the Janissaries do fire first. I'm shocked they're not elite yet. Why is he not he's got a good amount of gold. To the south, Berber camel archers trying to get something done, but where's the siege? Where's the powerful demolishing units? There's 2 Trebs and how many bombards? 2 bombards, okay. And our Slav is starting to mass 5 siege onagers, 6th one on the way. Okay, so they're getting ready for a nice big push. Green doing whatever he can to defend with these 6 bombard cannons out of our Spanish. Remember, they do fire 18% faster, but they actually have to hit the target. Firing faster is not in and of itself that great unless you actually hit the target. Oh, like that. Oh, that was gross. That was disgusting. How many kills on these guys right now? 13. Friendly, 0. Oh my god, and again. Oh, our Spaniard losing way too much, but there's a lot of blue halberdiers here. They will shoo away these onagers. They do not want to engage into a forest of halberdiers. What is Valese doing? Light cavalry, bombard cannons, 2 Gebettos. This is quite the eclectic army that he's what's the word I'm looking for? Creating. Where is this trade cart going with its 63 gold payload? Did they have their market here? Oh, that's so sour if they did. I mean, you got room. Delete one of the farms. You have room to build it up there. But look at this push by our Turk. 16 bombard towers. Why am I having such a difficult time saying bombard towers? Do they have artillery? Of course they have artillery. +2 range on them. Okay, castle has fallen. There's another castle to the north. Camel archers should do a good job against the halberdiers, but Yellow needs to get his halberdiers a little bit more center in case the paladins decide to move in. Look at that staggered formation, but they still take a bunch of shots. What is happening here? A wolf decides to join the fight. Man, that Turkish Burmese combo is just wreaking havoc, rather. Army supplies identical, villager supplies actually identical. What a close game so far. Now Team West is taking a little bit of a lead, but our Hun's castle is down. An elite Genitor coming out for him. His Cav Archer's doing a bit of a fighting retreat here. Not too sure why those halberds are pushing in, but Turkish Hussars are here. No more Janissaries for our Turk, though, so he is going full trash with the backing of a few bombard cannons. But does he even care? He's got these big, juicy Burmese elephants. Our Burmese looks like he's transitioning into infantry, and oh my god, look at that. Dratek is getting murder holes. I wonder what the hell's going on down south that he's getting murder holes. Doesn't have a single castle here. His castles are all the way up here, or to the right there. And this is a lot of infrastructure that is going to go down. Yellow needs to be a bit more aggressive with these onagers, I think. Oh, the Spanish paladins are the most unlucky unit this game. They are just getting pathed to death. Oh, that is very sour for those Spanish paladins, but got bombard towers of his own. How many? 5 bombard towers of his own. Oh, Nick with the amazing attack round so far, but Valese is being breached. His castle looks like it's going to fall. He's got one more behind it. Not that he's really producing anything out of it. Where the hell is his army? I'm just gonna shift left click the entire map. Where are these Gebettos? They're up here. Oh man. Purple is basically 1v2ing right now, and unfortunately for him, he's 1v2ing elephants and bombard towers. Not a recipe for long-term success. Our Malian needs to get his shit together. Sell some of your wood if you need to. Looks like they got their markets back up and running here to the back, but what's the payload? Can't be that high now, right? 62. For Team East, 117. Wow. Okay, now our Hun has been breached. But look at this. They're leaving Valese alone. Delete these monasteries and build stables right now. You got Farimba for a reason. Man, these Spanish paladins, again, just so unlucky. Not really able to do much, but look at this. Look at this. Team West has been cleared out of here. Yellow, where are your Trebs? Where are your Onagers? Okay, they're pushing back with a mixture of all kinds of units. Oh, okay, now it's their turn to take a bunch of onager shots to the face. These Berber camel archers must have a shit ton of kills. 128, 130. He's been babysitting these guys for a long time, which is absolutely incredible. Yeah, not a surprise there. Who resigned first, right? I want to see this. Yeah, Valese. No surprise. I mean, look at his resources. Delete the monasteries. You don't have relics in there. Delete the monasteries. Delete a bunch of these houses. Build 5 or 6 stables and start pumping out light cav. Remember, with Farimba, their light cav are pretty damn deadly. Or go camels. You've got the gold for a few of them. Very weird game. 171, unluckiest unit in the game. Taking a bad pathing, a bunch of siege onager shots to the face. No one really had any trade. Valese had a good amount of trade. 3rd highest in the game. Military, not a lot of converts, not a lot of kills. ACCM are Spanish, no surprise there with their heavy gunpowder. They're paladins, no surprise. Oh no, Hunter, I can't do one more. It's 10:40 here. I need to get something to eat. I think I'm going to start eating before the streams also, just in case the old brain stops working. But yeah, that was a bit of a weird game. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. I expected a bit more out of Valese, especially with the Malians. And especially with the Huns to support. I don't know if they were just surprised that MBL was going pure gunpowder. I mean, look at this. 24 Turkish bombard towers. Again, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying it. Oh, absolutely tomorrow. Unless my wife goes into labor, absolutely tomorrow. These are daily for me. I love doing these. I love chatting with you guys. And I love Age of Empires, so watching this is super fun for me. And I hope for you too. You guys are here for the entire duration, which is awesome. But yeah, I think on this and on this note, we're going to call it a good night. I have taken a few screenshots of some of these recipes that you guys recommended. And I am definitely going to try them out. Maybe not today, tomorrow. But I'm definitely going to try them out. And yeah. Gonna go grab myself something to eat at the moment. Unfortunately, not a tilapia taco. Although now that I think about it, I'm starting to get in the mood for some fish tacos. Oh my god. Don't get me started talking about movies, TV shows, or food, because I'll just go down a rabbit hole. Or history. Oh man. In any event, thank you to everyone who joined. 17 likes. Thank you so much. And yeah. Have a great evening. Good night, everyone. And we'll catch you tomorrow. If I don't live stream, there will be a community post, but I believe I will be live streaming. April 26th is the due date, so we have a little bit of time. And yeah, good night. Good night, River Jessa. Thank you so much for showing up and joining and commenting. Oh, Hunter, I would love to see 100 people watching. I don't know if this is the right time for it and the right time of day. I don't know if people in the evening really settle down to watch Age of Empires. But in any event, it's a time that I like. Oh man, I am so sorry. Mirkdern is the Y supposed to be a U, like sound like a U or an I? Mirkdern. I'm trying to see if I read it backwards, if it's something else. No, I hope I'm saying your name right. Thanks so much for the like. Quadman, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And yeah, I don't plan on going anywhere. I love doing this, and a lot of good games, by the way, being played for the 3 p.m. videos. So keep an eye out on those. And by the way, we did manage to finally catch a Viper versus Hera match. If you didn't catch it, I posted it last week. Ooh la la, those are 2 players you don't usually get to see very often, but it was an absolute fun game. And yeah, we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And let's see, the final count, 17 likes. Oh yes, Jerry. I'm gonna try to find a Jerry game right now. I'm gonna try, the second I stop streaming, I'm going to try to find a Jerry game. And hopefully we can beat 17 likes tomorrow. Hopefully get to 20. So yeah, everyone, good night. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for hanging out for 2.5 hours. And I'll see you all, hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.